Welcome back to the channel, Cycling Racing Lifestyle. We've got a Zwift race for you today, which was the Velocious Tuesday night sport Criterium. I've got one teammate here with me, Frank from Support Clean Racing Guttenplan Cycling Team. And here we go. Relatively hard and fast start. And we've all joined up. I was a little bit sore from the weekend's Redlands Cycle Classic, but soon got over that. Just have to keep pedaling. As you can see, we're not really pushing it too hard. Now, this is where I lost internet connection. I don't know if that affects the results or not, and if you do know, then let me know down the bottom. I just kept on riding to roundabout threshold, sometimes over and unders. This wasn't particularly too difficult. I enjoy time trialing, so I guess I'm used to just looking at numbers and writing. Again, I was riding the trainer on the deck, no fan, using a Le Mans trainer, just using the environment to cool me. It's a fairly cool morning, it's around about 10 degrees. I would rather be riding outside on the deck than riding inside in a sweat box. No one likes a sweat box. You can see that I'm maintaining fairly consistent power with some over and unders. All in all, I was fairly happy with how this ride was going. I was waiting for the internet to return. I don't know why it dropped out. Just one of those things. The Velocious Tuesday night sport Criterium is one of the better races to do on Zwift. The results are more consistent. You can check them on Zwift Power. You'll get to know some of the riders are on legit USA crit teams and Zwift teams. You will find that once you're in A and B grades, the results are fairly consistent. You can see I'm pushing in the 400s here. It was a bit strange today. I felt pretty good. I knew that my legs were heavy, but I was able to ride at fairly consistent threshold pace. And then when I did push it into 400s, I still felt fairly easy. My heart rate didn't really rise dramatically. I can just increase my cadence. I've said before, I like riding mid to high 90s. This was a fairly, you can see the internet's now just come back. And that's, now I see that I'm 40 seconds. So again, if you know that if the net drops out, does that, does it hinder you? I can't say it helps you because you don't know whereabouts everyone else is. I did do a good warm up before the race today, around about 20 minutes. I did one of the trainer road sessions, which was just leg openers. Again, felt pretty easy. Now, if there's anything, we do have a couple of videos coming up, which I've got another Redlands Bicycle Classic video coming up, which was the last road race. And I've got 2 other videos which I will be loading up for you guys, and that actually does contain some really good content that you probably won't see anywhere else. Some new products for 2020 and 2021, what's coming into the market. Really excited about that. Can't wait to get my hands on some of the products as well. You probably know this, but all of my training now is done inside or outside on the deck, and mainly because of the situation the world finds itself in. I do use Trainer Road, have been for just over a year. I do like structured training. It certainly helps me to be able to get on the bike and know exactly what I have to do, not think about it too much. I put the occasional Zwift race in. You can use them as intervals. They're also, you do need to break your training up sometimes. I'll be fairly consistent riding with the SCS Guttenplan team over the rest of the year and doing Zwift races. You can see my heart rate started to climb here. I know that if I can just sit at my threshold, sweet spot, I will be able to bring people back. I do look at what wattage I'm putting out, but I also look at what the riders ahead of me are doing and the riders behind me as well. You want to be able to keep ahead of the people behind you, but you want to be able to catch the people in front of you. So I know that I'm sitting at around about 4 watts per kilo. If the riders in front of me are sitting at 3.5, I know over time I've got time to bring them back. I knew today should take me somewhere between 27 to 28 minutes. Can't really account for the internet dropout though. Thanks for the thumbs up. Now, you let me know if you race on Zwift, what your thoughts on Zwift are. Do you use any other platforms like Full Gas? I have used Full Gas. I do like it. I look at how many seconds people are ahead of me. You can see on the descents, I do back off. I am using them for a little bit of recovery. Then I get back on the gas. I want to get rid of those guys. A little bit of descent now. Another short climb, another short power climb. See, I take it to 400, 450, 430. Cadence has gone up as well. I find it much easier just to increase my cadence rather than banging gears. If I can sit at 95 quite comfortably and then just rev it up to 100, that's much easier than just banging a gear. Don't want to get bogged down. I'm quite happy pedaling at 100 cadence. So I backed it off on the descent again. Power up here. And so I've started to catch people. Heart rate is pretty high at 165, but it's very maintainable. Leading into this race, I only had 2 coffees during the morning. I had a quick gel during warm up. I had 1 bottle of SCS lemon tabs. It's probably all that I was going to need for a half-hour effort. Here we go. Just about to come through the start-finish banner. The bike I choose to race is the S-Work Venge. Set of zip wheels. Want the fastest bike on that you can get, that you can buy or earn. If you've never tried racing on Zwift, then you should give it a go. There's all different grades, A through to D. Don't need to get bogged down into all the intricacies of racing on Zwift. It's just get on the trainer, get the heart pumping, legs turning over, just have some fun. Find a race that's going to suit you as well. Uh, if you like climbing, there's climbing races. If you like time trials or crits, or if you like a rolling road race, there's courses and races for everyone. Most Zwift riders will ride into their categories. You can expect the first few minutes of a Zwift race are very tough. Uh, you can see from the start, this one wasn't particularly too hard, but you certainly don't just ease into it, so a good warm-up is necessary. If you can, try and draft. Drafting does help a lot. If you can draft off someone, then do so. It will allow you to conserve a little bit of energy as well. If you can ride the route that you're planning on racing prior to the race, get to know whereabouts the climbs are, whereabouts the descents are, whereabouts the sprints are, where you might attack, where others might attack. And that'll allow you to actually properly pace yourself as well. Most importantly, be prepared. Have a water bottle, have a towel, have a gel if you need it, have your fan turned on if you're inside or outside. If you're not prepared before the race, you probably won't. You can't stop pedaling, so you probably won't win or even really enjoy it that much, especially if you overheat. Power-ups are something I have used them, I do use them, but in legitimate races like the Redlands Bicycle Classic, I don't believe that they should be used. It should just be a straight up bike race. We don't have power-ups out on the road when we're racing in real life. It's up to you guys. If you do or don't like power-ups, what do and don't you like about Zwift? Again, let me know down the bottom. If you don't agree with me, let me know as well. we go. We've got what, 6Ks to go now. You can see that my cadence has dropped. Now, I do a lot of strength work on and off the bike. So when I do get tired, I can drop my cadence down to 80, which is using a lot more muscle than what it is cardio. So I'm quite happy to be sitting at 80, 85 and still putting out reasonable numbers. You can see my heart rate's dropped as well. It is using more of your strength and endurance than what it is cardio and aerobic. This dirt section is a little bit harder, and the bridge, thanks to a few updates ago. I can tell you I was in the 53.11 through here. During this race, I had level 40 on Zwift. Don't know what that does for me, what that allows me to buy, or what it has earned me. I have no idea. I will find out though. I really would like the disc wheel. How do I go about getting the disc wheel? Let me know. Not very far now. I know I've got about 4Ks left. I started looking at the riders in front of me, wondering if I can pull them back. Thanks for the thumbs up. I would give him a thumbs up back, but I can't reach the keyboard. Last few K now. You can see from the graph below, the green is sweet spot, red is anaerobic, yellow is threshold. You can see that I'm dancing between threshold and anaerobic. A lot of green, so a lot of sweet spot work. Sweet spot you should be able to maintain for a lengthy period of time. This is roundabout where I make the decision if I'm going to have Dick try and catch the riders in front of me. With only a couple of K to go. Last 2-3K. Usually when I'm riding on Zwift, racing or doing training, I listen to music or I listen to a podcast. If it's racing with the team, then we have a Discord channel. This race we didn't, there wasn't any need to. Really looking forward to seeing a team time trial on Zwift. If there is a team time trial event coming up. What's your favourite event on Zwift? Is it a road race, time trial? Still in 5311. I'm just muscling the gear coming up here. You can tell I'm doing 400 odd watts, 380. That's 72 RPM. Now here is a bunch. I did not know were behind me or that were catching me because I wasn't paying attention. And if you're not paying attention, then you can very easily lose positions and lose a race on Zwift. And it's happened to me before. I've been changing a song or I've been getting a drink, lose focus for 10 seconds, and all of a sudden I've lost 5-6 positions. So now I just decided I'll stick with the front group of these guys. I only got about 1.4k to go, I think. It's very fast through here. I do like this section. Really like riding hard through rollers. I did not want to be sitting on the front though. Front 5 or 6. I knew I had power up. So I thought I might as well use it today. And I didn't want to use it too early. You can see I back off here because I don't want to be on the front. Now you can see what happens through here. I've backed off. There goes power up, it's a feather. Not going to get too far, but that's the one that I wanted. Now I was waiting for about 400 to go, get in his draft, use my draft boosting. 400 to go. And there we go, finished 25th. Once I had a look at the Zwift Power results. So I finished 12th overall, 12th in A grade, put out 345 watts for half an hour, which is 4.1 watts per kilo for me. You can see Frank got 8th, I think. Now, the results between Zwift and Zwift Power, some of those people don't have heart rate monitors, so they're disqualified. Some of them don't have Zwift Power accounts, so they're disqualified. Some riders have ridden above their watts per kilo in their grade. So A grade is 4 watts to 5 watts plus. So overall, Frank finished 8th. I finished 12th. Pretty happy with today's ride. And there we have it. Thanks very much for joining me. If you haven't already, then subscribe down below, click the bell down below, let me know what you think of the video. I've got other videos coming up, as I've said, and I have another race coming up, which will be the Redlands Road Race, plus a couple of videos with some brand new products for 2020 and 2021, and some great information for you guys. So let me know what you think, and I'll see you soon. See ya.